All right, what wouldn't you want to do? When I first read this slide, all I thought of was fear factor, and I just thought of, all right, so what am I going to talk about? Is it going to be fear? So I want to talk about fear. Not what wouldn't you want to do. So, fear. We're the public speaking club, so it's not surprising to see some of you that might be fearful of speaking in front of people. I know I was very fearful when I first started speaking. I probably had trembling knees. I probably had, my face probably turned red, or maybe my voice wasn't as loud as it should have been. Maybe I paced too much. Maybe I didn't pace too much. Who knows what was going on? But I think the real key thing to grab from the public speaking club is not to be fearful, but instead to go up and practice, because this is where we come together to not, poke at or make fun of people and whatnot, but to concentrate more on what we're trying to focus on. And so it's really good to be here and to not really focus too much on content, but how you say it. So that's what I'm really trying to focus on, is how you say things. Content's always important, but first you got to get, I think, how you say it first before you concentrate on content. So I'm just going to stick with the content first. Excuse me. I just made a hiccup there. I'm just gonna stick with the how you say it, and then go with the content later. I think that's how it is, I guess.
So I counted 3 us, which is pretty solid. Definitely an improvement. What was the time call?
It's 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
So let's start out. Let's go with pros. Who wants to start with the pro?
Start with the pros.
Yes.
I liked the speed of delivery. I thought you spoke very clearly and enunciated your words well, so I could understand everything perfectly.
Okay, so it was well articulated
Yes.
and everything, understandable. Okay. I guess going off with other pros, what else do we notice? What did you see, Andrea?
I really like that when you were talking, your hand gestures were just not moving, but like actually when you wanted to say something about the voice, you made the kind of the hand gesture that went with the message. So I thought that was really good.
It's a very strong characteristic, and is coordinating what you're saying with your hand gestures.
I would also add, Osvaldo, that you had pretty solid eye contact. I know it's definitely an improvement, because I remember like the first time, like with the PowerPoint, we were like, you had the eye contact towards the screen, but here I would say 99% of the time you were looking at us.
Yeah,
So that's
you had
solid.
me a little worried in the beginning when you were reading off the PowerPoint, but you never looked at it again. So
that was definitely solid.
Critique, how's the volume?
Yeah, I could hear him, but I didn't like it. He could project your voice more than it could be more impressive.
So just be conscious of that. We're having a conversation. That's why it's a very good impromptu. But be conscious to make sure you make that extra step and almost yell. It's hard to understand how you're doing as an improv.
Now let's go for areas of improvement. What did we notice?
Hand in pocket in the beginning.
Hand in pocket?
Yeah.
Right hand in pocket.
Right hand in pocket, and if you have one hand stowed away somewhere, you have to compensate for that in some way with your other hand. You might want to be more dramatic with your other hand, otherwise both of your hands will be stationary in some way and one will be anchored in your pocket. It's better not to start a speech with your hand in your pocket if you can help it. Yeah.
How would we say was the photos?
Just one sec.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you have to be confident and good smile. When you're ending, try not to break to ending in the middle, not on the side. Because it just seems as if you were trying to get away from us.
Exactly. It's almost, again, powerful ending. Powerful start, powerful ending. Get to the middle, but also end with both.
I guess I don't know. How do we think was those photos tone? Was it exciting? Was it energizing? Was it varied? What do we say about that?
Maybe more variations.
More variation? How so, Fiona?
Huh?
How so?
Because I don't feel excitement or anything else.
Okay. So add some excitement to. I guess not excitement, but excitement. Yeah. Add some excitement. Would we kind of agree with that? Kind of show passion,
it felt informative.
Informative.
Instead of something that you felt comfortable talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, it's a challenging thing to do because that part of you doesn't want to sound fake, you know, like fake excitement or anything. So the way you just do that is let your true passion about whatever the subject matter is shine through. And just do that to the best of your ability and that will help you with making it look genuine. But yeah, it's something that takes practice, and for you, definitely that's the next level because you're doing so many things right already.
Maybe what can help these kinds of things is if you knew what you were going to talk about beforehand, of course, and you know that you really want to talk about the thing that you're going to talk about, because you're going to be that much more passionate about it. So maybe in the next few meetings when you guys show up, try to think of something that you want to talk about that you're really interested in. So maybe you're not caught off guard because you have to think of things more on the fly, like we usually do with impromptu. But we'll send out an email to make sure you guys remember to do something like that.
So,
I really like your content.
you like the content? Okay, so let's just summarize 3 things that we just said for areas of improvement, right? Because Osvaldo had some strengths. 1, we said projection, right?
Shosho mentioned finishing at the center.
Show finish at the center.
Uh-huh.
And 3rd, Fiona, you mentioned varying the tone. Is that something?
It's vocal characteristics. This is a huge part of it. Josh?
Cough night for long, Nick.
Impressive.
Yeah, I lost my voice.